children, not just for some.
Louise Upston.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. In the months ahead, the New Zealand public get to see two teams lining up toe-to-toe. They see the A team clearly led by a very strong, confident, optimistic, positive Prime Minister, John Key, where we are delivering for hard-working New Zealanders every day a stronger economy, more jobs, higher wages, safer streets and communities, higher levels of achievement in education and, of course, better access to healthcare. And then we have the B team, or should we say the C team? Actually, that's probably a bit generous. I think it's the D team. D for David. Or is it Tricky David? Or is it Clumsy Cunliffe? Or is it which way is up day today? Because actually, New Zealanders right now, don't even worry about New Zealanders. The members of his own caucus don't know which way he's heading. They don't know what he stands for. Therefore, they don't know what they stand for. So it's pretty easy. Actually, in terms of talking about standing, it's really interesting to see that we've got seats in Timaru, for example, the seat of Rangitata, that just only a few months ago David Shearer was saying clearly Labour's going to retake the provincial seat of Rangitata. Well, actually, you can't even get a candidate. So in terms of trying to get members onto your team, you're obviously struggling. So good luck with that. Because at the end of the day, they have to be able to hold the ball and not drop the ball and not drop it more than twice in one day. But, Mr Speaker, it's actually really interesting if you talk to and listen to constituents on the street. Don't mind me, Mr Robertson, just have a little tete-a-tete across the House. Actually, hard-working New Zealanders have got things that they are interested in hearing about, and one of them is about jobs. Because we talk a lot about jobs in the House, and I want to talk, Mr Speaker, about some of the things this government's doing in provincial New Zealand. Dream on. Actually, we should add to David Cunliffe's title, the Dream Chaser, because or today it was the Chief Fantasy Officer in terms of some of the things he's dreaming up. But in hard-working rural provincial New Zealand, in a seat like Taupo, what counts is jobs, and the things that this government is doing to create jobs. So whether it's attracting major international events and keeping them in provincial New Zealand, like the Ironman, celebrated its 30th anniversary, major events funds that support these sorts of activities, an $8 million extension to the Cycleways funding, which helps to maintain those significant infrastructure in places like Tokoroa, in Putararu, in Tiro, where jobs are created as a result of the Waikato Cycle Trail, and the fact that there are tourists and visitors who come into that area that have never come before. If you look at the new, soon-to-be-opened Great Lake Trail in Taupo, that is another thing that brings visitors into our town, creates jobs. You're asking about jobs. The number of jobs that came from people who were previously unemployed in the South Waikato that got jobs because of the Waikato River Trail. That, Mr Speaker, is a record that I'm proud of. People who come off unemployment benefits into work, and that's what this government is doing, and it's delivering it every day. Just last week, Mr Speaker, with Minister Paula Bennett in the electorate, we were talking in one of the local work and income offices about one of the challenges that they are hearing. And do you know what that challenge is? It's actually organisations are saying, they don't have the same number of volunteers that they once did, because some of the people that were volunteering before actually now have jobs. They've got jobs they need to turn up to. So actually I think that's a good problem as a country that we have, Mr Speaker. Oh, now there's silence from the other side because they don't like the fact that we're talking about jobs, that we're talking about people getting off benefits into work, whatever job that is. We think that's important. This side of the House values work, thinks it's important that we're getting people off the benefits and into work. And, Mr Speaker, for one, I'm proud. Next month, with the Velodrome, the home of cycling in Cambridge, not in Hamilton, as was reported by one of the daily newspapers, we will welcome the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge to the Velodrome. Not only is it for high-performance sport that this government is funding, A large number of people that will use that facility are the community who are learning to ride, and backs up another initiative that this hard-working government is delivering, instead of the dreamers on the other side.
Well done. Very good.
Grant Robertson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. There is a